Hmm.
Yes. Yeah, okay. I'm going to have to make some notes. Yeah. I'm be busy.
So, we got Campbell Super Lady with us
yet? Not yet. Not yet. Welcome to the DMV SPORTS SHOW. I'm your host, Rasul McGee. I know I'm about 8 minutes late, but that's all right. Technical cheese. I'm here. I got you. But as you always know, on Saturdays we got a lineup that we couldn't believe. We're going to talk about the Washington Commanders, and guess what? The NFL draft is upon us. 2 weeks, and we're there. Now we're going to talk about the Washington Wizards. The Washington Wizards season is over, but they're hopeful. 3 youngsters are now in the record books of the fastest rookies in NBA history to score 1,000 points in their season. We're going to talk about the Baltimore Orioles, who are 8-11, but they're slowly ticking up against the Reds. Right now, they're leading 5-3. We're going to talk about the Washington Capitals, who are now division champs, playoff bound. What's next for them? Ovi completing is now the goal leading champion, and what's next for him after the season is over. But don't forget, we got DC United, who's actually on fire. We'll talk about their win previously. So if you want to call in, the number is 512-543-4662. State your name for the record, who you represent, so we can hear you clearly, so we can give you accurate information about your team. With that being said, folks, the weekend has started. Saturday afternoon, evening, we're here giving you what you need, and that's sports on the DMV Sports Show. So let's start with the Commanders. The Commanders are now finished with free agency frenzy. We're still looking for some pieces into the puzzle so we can fit, mold, and gel, so that way we start the season accurately in September. Now, like I said before, in previous situations, such as the NFL draft, and then it's the scheduling on May 12th, we have a really good shot of getting a really good spotlight on that game. Now, a little bit of questioning is, are we going overseas to play, which will be a little bit of a problem because, our games are normally on Sunday, but some games be in the morning, and I don't like that because how early in the morning you got to wake up, you're going to miss it, and you're like, why did I miss it?
Yeah.
It's going to be a strange, awkward timing play, but we'll see what the scheduling people. Now, my thing is, before they do the scheduling, I would like for those people to introduce themselves before they just go and start scheduling the Commanders' schedule, and just get the feeling that, hey, listen, we don't really need 3 out of 4 spotlights. We just need one main big one, But we'll get some more into that. But I want to go ahead and move forward. 29th pick in the first round draft is going to be gut-wrenching because you're going to have to wait from 1 all the way down to 29. I'm like, geez. Oh, man, it's going to be like, okay, we could have took this person. Oh, we could have took this person. Oh, we need this person. I'm glad we didn't get this person. But you know what? with all that, picking of yes, no, yes, no, yes, and then you get to the 29th and you start having hyperventilating, and then you're like, let me go get a drink. And then you just move away from the TV set and like, okay, did he do it? Did he do it? The intense. That's the great thing about the NFL draft. You always have these intense feelings, and then at the end of every draft, you're like, I'm fine. We did well. No, we didn't. We didn't get this player. So I love those moments. The moments are far more than memories can ever hold. But there's a little bit of I would say paranoia. No, I wouldn't say paranoia. I was more like hyperventilating is the correct word because we have 5 picks, folks. The Commanders have 5 picks. We should have like 10. But you know what? We're building a dynasty, not a JV basketball league, football league. But this is by far the most intense 5 picks that we have ever witnessed before the Ron Rivera era. This is now by far the Dan Quinn area of number 2. Can he sustain it? Can we go to the playoffs and beyond? Can we go to the Super Bowl and win it? Because Dan Quinn's area of expertise in that. And we got to make sure Dan Quinn comes on top because today is a brand new day. All right. So let's move forward with that. So the question to the panel is, I know that Louis Tenor is here, Coach is here, Eric's here, and Big Steve is here. And hopefully the Campbell Soup lady is now OD in Campbell Soup so she won't come on. So we don't really need her right now because if she comes in here with the Campbell Soup, then we're going to have to look at some other soups that we don't need in the conversation. But look, we have by far the greatest chance of landing the big name. Now, just don't now the next topic that we're going to have, because I'm going to get to it after I do after we start with the Commanders, is the Washington Wizards. And the Washington Wizards are also going to have a draft in June. And they're going to be either number 1, number 2, or number 3. And hopefully the Wizard Nations want Cooper Flagg. Now, Cooper Flagg, as all know, he is the center of attention for the Duke Blue Devils coming out of college into the rankings. He's by far the number 1 pick in an NBA draft, and the Wizards have by far the worst record in basketball. Now, there's a lot of speculation that they might not get the first round pick, as I stated to many of the Wizards fans, and they told me, "Oh, you can't predict the future. You shouldn't waste your time spewing this type of rhetoric. Don't you want to be a Wizard fan? Aren't you a Wizard fan?" To my Wizard fans across the nation, yes, I'm a Wizard fan. I'm also realistic. I'm also pragmatic. I'm also optimistic, but let's be real with it. We might lose to the Utah Jazz for number 1 pick. Why is that? Because Utah Jazz, here's my philosophy on the picks. I believe that the organizations put money into this draft to get the number 1 pick. And when you put the number 1 pick money into it, guess who you get? Oh, you get what? Number 1 draft pick. Oh, surprisingly. Oh, look, our team got the number 1 pick. Oh, yeah, thank you, sir. Thank you so much. No, that's how it is. Now, if we do get the number 1 pick, that's fine. I have no problem with it. But if we get the number 2 pick, guess who we're getting? We're getting Queen of Maryland. Maryland Terrapins Queen, who was by far the best center of attention during the NCAA tournament. So that's what I'm hoping for. So my question to the panel, we're going to start with the Commanders. Now that the NFL frenzy is put to bed, are you happy with the picks? Are you happy with who you got? Did you want to see who else could be a potential fit for the Commanders? Or are you looking your sights to the draft? Now, we're not going to stop with the Commanders. We're also going to look around the league. And I'm pretty sure there have been some really good hirings from other teams. I would say shocking picks from the teams. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start with Steve and with Lou, and then we're going to begin with Lou and with Steve. So this is going to be a 2-part question after I give you the first one. So the first one is, are you happy with the selection the Commanders made? Are you not happy with the selections with the Commanders made, or do you think there's somebody else that's out there that should have been commander? And we're gonna, the second question we're gonna begins with Lou and then with Steve. So Steve, take it away.
Okay. I'm happy with the Commanders got. I think they're one piece away for them to be good. And I think they're going to go defense with the pick. I think they're going to either get Ramsey. If they don't get Ramsey, they're going to get the guy from Georgia. If they don't get the guy from Georgia, they may go get the running back from North Carolina. And they be set. That's just my opinion.
Eric?
Me?
Yeah,
Okay.
you.
Yep, you.
I'm pretty happy with what they've done so far. Defense is important.
Mm-hmm.
I just, personally, don't know enough, or I'm not feeling it as much as I'm feeling my, as we were talking before, my speedster third arc running back. Speedster wide receiver. Take some of the pressure off of Terry, or tension off of Terry. I think Debo's going to have a good part to do with that. But I just want somebody to say, look, we'll hit you at the goalpost, dude. Other than that, AP ain't let us down yet, so I'm rolling with him.
That sounds good. Coach?
Yeah, I agree. I'm happy with what they've picked so far. I need to know more about our defense.
Correct.
Yeah, and if they're going to gel, that right there is important. I have to say, it is important. And the way they communicated last season, it's making me wonder, well, is it going to be the same or not? It just depends. AP, I trust him. He's cool. He did it last season. He can do it again.
Sounds
I
good
think
to me.
he's been doing a really good job on that. If they're not up to par on defense, the 29th pick, I'm hoping they will pick, a really good one. That'll be cool.
All right.
Now, there's one thing that I do have to say. I know that Debo is going to take away the attention, and they're not going to know which one. They're not going to know. Plus, they've probably got a third to be in there. So that's going to keep people, putting their heads back and forth. Which one? But it is, Terry had a lot of thunder last season. So I'm hoping that it will be even keel. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Exactly. He was the only one.
Yeah.
More or less.
More or less, yes. Yes.
We got
And then it was,
Okay. All right. Lou.
yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, I'm not a Commanders fan by any means, but, I think based on even what the coach said, I would have to agree with that as well as Steve. I'm ready to see what their defense is like as well. Hold up to this past season. Because I think they're on the move here. I think they're heading towards the right direction. And coming from a Cowboys fan, I can't believe I just said that.
Okay. All right. So my thing is all the pieces that the Commanders selected on free agency majorly fits the narrative. They have a philosophy down. They want to be big and physical up front. They want to be more swift and quick in the third section of the defense, and they want to be more sufficient and brutal in the offense. I see where Dan Quinn and John Witt wants to be, but there's still too many pieces in this defense that needs to be addressed. Now, I'm not saying I don't have any faith in Adam Peterson. I have complete 100% faith in Adam Peters. My thing is, with 5 picks, you have many holes to fill. Now, hopefully, I think they're going to go through undrafted free rookies in the draft. And they're hoping they can get somebody off the bench to plug in the gap. They still have to address the DE, and they still have to address what they're going to do up the middle. Now, don't get me wrong. We still have Frankie Louvu, and we still have Bobby Wagner. Perfect addition to the team. But we still need edge rushers. We cannot be a one-legged horse running the race, because as I said before, the scheduling system May 12th is going to be brutal, because if you look at who we playing, and we did this last Saturday, it doesn't seem favorable to us, because we're going to have the toughest schedule. And we going at the heavy hitters. Yes, we got Jaden Daniels. Don't get me wrong. I believe in this kid. I'm more, concerned how the running game is going to play out. I love Christopher Rodriguez. I love Mick Nichols. The Brian.
Why is everybody sweating the running back? I don't get that.
Well, see here's why. Here's why. If you look at the previous games we had last year, we only generated at a top best, maybe out of Brian Robinson, like 300-400 yards, right?
Yeah, B-Rob is not the answer. I get that. I mean, but this is a passing league. Go ahead.
It is a passing league, but to generate yards, let's get you. Okay, perfect example. When we played the Eagles, they kept rushing the quarterback. He did not have a chance to bootleg or run out because they wanted him within the pocket. So now what you're doing is you said, okay, since you want to run and throw the football, what we're going to do, we're going to stack the linebackers over to the edge rushing side, to your left tackle. Then what we're going to do is we're going to put in cover two-man under, which the Eagles were in the last game in the playoffs, in the division game. And what did they do? As soon as they hiked the ball, they knew that we were going to do a screen. So they disrupted that by bringing in Sweat and the other guy, Gardner. Now what you do is you say, okay, so now we're going to play psychological warfare on you. We're going to bring up 6 in the box, and we're going to stop you in the run, because they knew that Brian Robinson is not going to break away. Yes, he's physical. You got to be physical with him too. And guess what? Boom. They stopped him for a short yardage. Now you bring in Christopher Rodriguez, who's a north and south runner. They know that he's going to be an A-gap runner. So what you do is you put the big man in the A-gap, and you just stop him from running. They knew we didn't have the weapons, but they knew we had a pretty good defense. So what did they do? They knew that spread us out, they could still get us. We didn't have a true pass rusher. So this is what I'm saying. We need. That's why the organization is looking at a running back that can actually break away tackles. That's why they're looking at the running back of UNC. It's a problem of ours to increase that type of production, because we can't get any type of downs with 3.4 yards per rush. You know what that's like having your car run for 5 mile breakdown, then you have to call you a lift. That's the production we had last year. Now, the year before we had twice as much, but we had a horrible passing game, right? So that is the philosophy side of Dan Quinn. Now, let's go to the defense side, because I just stated it. We need an edge rusher. We completed the safety now. We completed the secondary. I think we got a little bit good in secondary. Linebacker, I think we're good there. I think we're solid there. Now the front inside interior is okay. The edge is where the problem is, because I think John Witt, it lacks exotic plays. We need exotic plays. He needs to bring the safety down and be that deciding factor of disrupting the passing of our opponents. Now, if he doesn't bring in that secondary line safety, bring in Luvu. Now you bring in Luvu every down. Guess what? They got to block him. Now you got to psych them out. Either play Luvu or you play the safety. You know, that's my thing with John Witt. Yes, you're a solid rusher. Yes, you want to be a disruptor. You want to be a disruptor. You got to bring the heat. We never bring the heat. We're just conservative until we see a hole, and then we go after it. That's not how we done it. That's how you do it in the NFL. And that's my problem.
Well, I don't know. I mean, like you said, like look at the schedule, and we played the Eagles twice, and that AJ Brown is a monster. Okay.
Yeah.
So
I get that.
Bring it down DBs. I mean, you do that at your own risk. I mean, we love Mikey and the other crews and stuff like that, but
yeah, go ahead.
You know, like I said, it's like you want to leave them back there to handle, those big monster, wide receivers that we're going to be facing based on the schedule, kind of a thing.
But
I don't know. You see what I'm saying, though?
Yeah, I get what you're saying, but check
31 from the Patriots, and he's a good cover guy, And then we bought Lattimore. Partner from the Saints, and he's a good cover guy.
Well,
and our edge rusher, we found the captain from the Patriots, and he's a good edge rusher. So
but
we got our edge rushers together. So now I think we could either use another big linebacker or another big southern corner for Brown, because Brown, like I said, Brown can be just about anybody.
Well, see,
Tennessee messed up this time when they got rid of him.
Here's where my problem. Okay. So here's my problem with. No, I mean, I'm not saying the problem. Here's my thing with the acquisitions we got. Yes, they're
not the problem. The challenge.
The challenge. Yo, stupid. So if you look at the acquisitions we got, yes, they're edge rushers, but they're not top tier. They're not Hickerson. They're not Sweat. These are
the ones that if he's the captain we got the captain from the Patriots.
I get he's the captain from the Patriots, but you see, here's the thing. You see, this is what I'm saying, Big C. Yes, they're edge rushers, but do they have the type motor that Hickerson has, or does they have with any other ones that were in the league?
It's just they want. He wants too much money.
I'm not saying I want Hickerson. What I'm saying is that the ability to do their motor has stopped. Remember, this is the league of youngsters, right? Yes, we do have some really good edge rushers around the league. I get that, but they can be stopped at any given time. It's been proven they've been stopped. Yeah. So if their motor is somehow stopped, and then you have to recalibrate them to make them go, that's a problem. And I think that's what we have on defense is we have stoppers, but we don't have edge rushers. So we have this is what I was trying to get to you last week. We have stoppers to stop the run now, right? We have stoppers to blitz when it comes to second and 13 or second and 7, but we don't have nobody to stop on third and fourth down. Now, if these turn out to be a prime example of, we are disruptor, like John Witt said, then I'm going to eat crow. I have no problem. I've done it before. I will do it again. But look at it at the acquisitions. It doesn't say we're top tier. It just says we have enough to stop the run. So we're going to be stopping the run a lot. So we can stop Saquon, right? We can stop Saquon running out the side, the flat, the A and B gap.
Saquon,
Now
you
we
got
can
it.
stop them.
Yeah, but I don't think we can edge rush and stop Hurts because we don't have that type of edge rusher. That's my thing. Because now what they can do is they can say, oh, okay, well, since you can stop the run, can you stop the pass? Yeah, we can stop the pass. Can you stop this the side throws? Yeah, we can stop the side throws. Can you rush me? No, but we're gonna try. I don't like that. We're a football
We gotta
team.
have that wall built.
That's what I'm saying, and we got to have the moat to go around it, and we don't have that.
Right.
And
Gotta
that,
have the wall and the moat.
so my thing is that this draft is very important because that edge rusher is in the draft and could potentially just turn the tide on our side every single down. It's like watching LeVar Arrington all over again, come from Penn State, and we selected him and we knocked everybody out.
You know what? I see this is just me. I see us in the middle of the field having that trophy. That's what I see.
Well, I see that too. If we
I like that.
and I feel like this is the draft to do it because there's not just one edge rusher in this draft. It's multiple edge rusher in this draft, and not one edge rusher in this draft is horrible. They have their own way of edge rushing, and I believe if we could get two for one, if we just and I'm saying this because it's possible we can land two edge rusher if they don't get selected in the draft. So remember, we still have undrafted free rookie money in the pot if they don't get selected. And the person that we wanted in the draft, other than who we get at 29, can potentially come back to us at the end of the draft and start May. This is so.
Green's gonna be gone, and Pierce the only one from Tennessee that is gonna be right where we at.
No, it's not going to be Tennessee. I know 100% it's not going to be the vote. It's going to be.
I think Pierce is gonna be. I think Pierce because everybody else need everybody else. I think Pierce because Green is moving up. Green gonna be gone
Green is going to
by
be
the time.
gone. I know that Green's not going to fall to us. It's going to
Is he
be.
the one that's going up pretty fast?
Huh?
Pierce gonna fall to us.
Who?
Pierce from Tennessee.
No, Pierce is not going to be falling to us.
Yeah,
No,
I think so.
no.
I think so.
Because if you look at Jaguars need an edge rusher, Giants need Giants.
Jaguars need an offensive tackle.
No, man. I'm telling you right now that these teams have multiple picks. You think Pierce is going to fall to us at 29? I doubt it.
Yeah,
I doubt it. And the
think
reason
so.
why, because the first 10 picks, it's going to go based off. The first 5 is going to go needs. The next 5 is going to go on wants. The other one is going to go on wants, and the other one is going to go on needs. And then us, we're going to based off on needs.
But I bet you this though. I bet you we're gonna be more on nationwide TV than never before.
And what gives you that,
I
bro?
love that.
What I mean, are you suggesting that we're going to go overseas?
No, we're not gonna go overseas. I mean, they're gonna, because the Jaguars and stuff like that gonna be overseas because of their owner and stuff. But we may be on Thanksgiving. We may be on Christmas.
We're not going to be on Thanksgiving.
We're gonna be more on TV though because of our quarterback and our offense. Because remember, we scored 30 and 40 points more than we ever did last year.
True.
So we're gonna be on nationwide TV. We're gonna be on more TV than the Cowboys. Us in Philly.
I think.
In Detroit.
I don't know. They might sneak us overseas. I hope not.
That's what I'm thinking. I think we got one game overseas because the last time we went overseas,
That's it. With Jaden Daniels, you know what I'm saying? It's
yeah,
like,
that's what I'm
he's
thinking.
very marketable. He's a marquee player, and the league is going to want to show him around and get more eyeballs, more ad revenue, more everything.
The last time we were overseas,
but it's expensive, man.
well, I mean, I think the last
If it was me, that's what I would do.
coach goes, that's expensive.
So I put Jay Daniels up everywhere and make everybody pay us. To see him.
You know, I think
Yeah, they're going to want to see him. Believe me.
I think
They're going to want to see him.
I think we're going to hit. I think we're going to be scheduled to go to Germany, and we only been the last time we've been overseas.
Man, you're gonna have a bunch of little meats
but you know what? The last
German,
time we went overseas, we played in Germany. Remember back then,
I
yes,
remember as London.
yeah, we did. We actually played against. I think it was the Bengals.
Cincinnati.
We
Yeah,
played
we
against the Bengals, and it was horrible. It was bad. I mean, the footing was bad. The grass was bad. I think we won by 3. I'm
No,
not
we
sure.
tied them.
We tied them.
10 to 10.
Yeah, okay, we tied them.
10-10.
But my thing is that we're going overseas again. I think we're going to Germany. Keep in mind that the last time we went to Germany had a football team too called the Frankfurt Galaxy that won the world championship. And they dismantled the team because the team was so good. They brought players from Germany to the U.S. and it didn't turn out so well. So keep in mind that it could be possible we're heading overseas and we're playing a really horrible team that day on the schedule. But like I said, the schedulers need to address themselves so that we know who they are and be like, listen, we can send them a message. Don't send us these weak teams and put us on a night that's really matters, because we need something favorable so we can win. So could you just stop doing that, please? Thank you. Just like we should go to the refs, email the refs, like, listen, that call you called last week, last year, you shouldn't be on our team. You shouldn't be coaching, refereeing our team. Go referee Dallas. No, I'm just playing, Lou. I'm joking. But look, the thing we have right now is that this game, this selection means everything, right? So here's the second part of the question that I was going to ask, and we're going to start with Lou and end with Big Steve. So my second part of the question is, there's a team out there that's still trying to get a quarterback. And we heard about Aaron Rodgers and the Steelers. I saw some articles out there that said that Aaron Rodgers is getting $70 million. Do you think that article is accurate? Yeah, from the Steelers. Do you think? Okay, let me start with Lou and end with Big Steve. What do you think about that?
Wait, can you repeat the question?
So Aaron Rodgers is in Pittsburgh, and he's being courted by Tomlin and the owner of the Steelers. I read an article stating that the Steelers already made an offer and Aaron Rodgers accepted. $70 million is on the table, and Aaron Rodgers said yes. Do you think that that article is accurate?
Wow.
He's had better days. There has been rumors that he's looking to go to Pittsburgh, but I think it'd be a mistake. He thinks with the way he's been doing, he's seen better days. I think he should just pack it right now, even despite the fact of rumors that the Steelers want him. But he's not the same player he used to be. So no.
Okay, Coach.
Hey, I'm gonna say, I wish him luck. He better stay healthy if he wants to earn that money.
Wow, she said, I wish him luck. She said,
I put it right to the point.
Right.
Right on it, man.
Right.
I can't help it. It's true. It's mean, if he's going to get out there, he's going to have to really put it out.
Oh man, he's gonna have to put up many numbers on that scoreboard against the best in the AFC.
That's what I'm saying.
And that's gonna be tough because he's gonna have to learn that playbook. Let me go to Eric before I give my opinion. What do you think, Eric?
I'm kind of with Lou in a sense. I think it definitely would, in a perfect world, be better for the game for him to just pack it up. You know, he's just such a distraction and, you know, controversy and that sort of a thing. But my thing is this. It's like, you know, and I'm happy that he's, you know, staying focused in the AFC, far away from my Commanders or any kind of drama.
Right.
I am thrilled to talk about that part of it. But the thing that's going to be interesting to me is, like, you know, he's, you know, more or less he's got a strong will, strong character, and the media loves him. But he's running up against the head coach, Mike Tomlin, who's, you know, nobody's fool, and he don't play around either.
Right.
So what do you got? I mean, you have an Aaron Rodgers who, let's say, he doesn't do anything, and then, you know, Thomas starts barking. What happens then? Or he comes to Pittsburgh and lights up the scoreboard, and now he thinks he's the coach, which is not the first time that's happened, right?
Right.
He starts whooping, but Mike Tomlin, I suspect, will not go for that. Wouldn't go for that either. So it's like, no, I'm just in here with my popcorn.
That's like a movie, man.
Yeah. I agree. I okay. Let me get. I'm almost giving my 2 cents, but I gotta get to Steve. Steve.
You know what? What you call him? I forgot his name. The one that got hit in the helmet by my defensive end by the Cleveland Browns. He will be the starter before Aaron Rodgers is the starter.
Yeah. Okay.
Wow.
Well, sounds like it was personal there, Steve.
Why would they pay him $70 million?
Yeah, why would they pay him $70 million? Why they can pay my man $5 million, right?
Right.
They could say.
$40 million, that's a lot of money. I mean, like I said,
yo, I'm not gonna lie, man. I need $70 million now. I'm just being real with you. Give me $70 million now, and I'll go out there and perform. Put me on the helmet. I'll do that. No problem. I can.
And you got two he got two great receivers too. Two great receivers. So you know they're gonna test anything he can. I mean, you could take